about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
One-Win Bookhouse. Guess this is where we go to buy books in Liyue. Should we ask here if they have a
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide. Do you have it in—
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago.
Huh? But the monster—
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and it barely sold any copies. And the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingse village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor.
Did somebody say out of print? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection? Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Xingqiu, a humble— Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Qingse and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth? My pleasure, fellow book lover.
The heavens are smiting me. Smiting me Uh-huh. And what do you want?
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide.
Huh. Don't get me started. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to pay off my debts. I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means? Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to— It's useless ranting and raving. Unless you have other business here, I'm done.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of
the Shattered Halberd. There's a title.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. But over time, it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels. Barely any copies of the first edition.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was—
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original editions—
You mean you still have it?
Yes.
Hey, Chang. You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai—
Oh, but you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate?
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make—
Just who do you think you—
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this—
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? Oh, there was me thinking the last granddad's—
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less—
Get a load of this guy. And you, Chang?
Oh, how the wolves—
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since—
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow—
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry.
Hey, where are you going?
Now I can get back everything I lost.
So, you like reading, huh? Mr. 5-second hero.
Oh, amazing! I never...
Hello? Shincho? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
How can they bully poor old Chang the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can...
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Chang the Ninth ended up having to pump, and I meant every word I said to Chang the Ninth. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection. Of course I do. An initial plan anyway. I still need to give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this? I gotta hand it to the goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I...
There's a saying that goes, the insect...
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon.
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an...
It's cute, but you picked the wrong time.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to...
Oh, great
Are you here to play?
No, my sword!
Let me amuse myself a little.
Booba, get them!
Laws, reveal thyself!
Insubordinate! Body and mind.
You're toast!
The merrier.
Over here!
Let me amuse myself a little.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business. And I will ensure the matter is resolved It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute. There must be a deeper level of... He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this...
That idea works.
Me? I have other things to look into.
You really have stuff to do?
Wow. So that's how that turned out.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face! Fine, but as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be known as... Guhua Geek!
What if Master finds out? Who goes there? How strange. You're not on the guest list. The Master's dealing with some urgent business today. All prior appointments have been...
Urgent business? What is it?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone. No, I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, believe me. I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Shinya Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the...
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the...
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator. Paimon loves compliments and all, but treating Paimon to some tasty snacks would... Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui. In that case, seems business is booming at the Shinua kiosk. No one should notice. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
I understand. I do. Please, do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not...
We just ran into a minor... But it's nothing for you to worry about.
That would be most ideal. We are willing to lend a certain You may suddenly...
I understand. I am in...
We shall see when the time...
Darn that old man Chang.
So, who knows if Gu... When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to...
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying...
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please deliver this letter to the Feiyun Commerce, my liege. For reasons that I cannot explain, there is no need for you to read the contents of the letter.
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read. Paimon can't make heads or tails of it.
Hence why I said there's no need. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have some...
Well, why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Why would they? Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Seems that having such big backing would be...
No need to worry about that. From what, once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, they will certainly be moved to action. Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will also. I do not wish for anyone else.
Why not? You're only...
To silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and contribution. This is each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of gratitude.
That sounds very lovely, but be on it.
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun
Hey! excuse us. We come bearing news of a matter requiring your assistance.
A letter? Oh, I see. This again. Oh, don't mind me. I was just speculating. Let me give this...
Can he actually read this thing?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated. Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host for tonight. Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. We just need some time to prepare. Please take a seat here in Leo Lee Pavilion, where you may enjoy some light refreshments while taking...
Yay! Tasty snacks! They're giving us the VIP...
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests grace us with their please, this way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out, or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much...
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Mount Sai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist for him to correct the error of his ways. He must feel for himself the same. Since Gentry Mount Sai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liu. That will... Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in Tibet...
Great idea! That'll be sure to... But Liu is huge!
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must... First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy. There is also some unsold... Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the
Of course. We are not
Wow, so many Mora! With cash like this, Paimon could rent out Lioli Pavilion and...
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do... All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle the transportation. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the...
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in a fantasy world. Let's do this in the order the guy said. First the sellers in the city, then the chasm, and then last but not least, Chang the Ninth.
Hi, anything I can... You want all my core lapis? That's sad. Not in writing. Oh, it's for the Feiyun Commerce... Oh, don't worry. Thank you for your... The key here is consumer psychology.
You'll have a blast. My friend.
Good day, my friend. My apologies, but I'm out. Oh, I thought you were here. No, that I still have. Although I should. Too much hassle, not enough return. Sorry. What? No. All right, I'll do it. Clearly no shortage of cash flow in Liu. I should open a store here.
My friend. What
Can't beat the atmosphere
Oi!
here.
Shh! All of it? Though my business may not seem so big, all of it would be far more than you actually want. Feiyun Commerce? If it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, then sign...
This is going well. Everything's so much easier when you've got stacks of Mora. Next up, the chasm. Hello there.
Aha, finally. I thought you might come.
As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet. It's all yours, if you name the right price. The original buyer's price was already quite high, so...
Are you serious? We spent less than 100,000 more on the...
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing agreement by selling to you, so it has to be worth my while. Look, you have your problems to deal with and I have mine. You can take it or leave it.
All right. We'll pay, even if it is a... When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this
Wait, surely there's no need for that. Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
It might be the guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining to our boss why we... If he asks, all we can do is mention your name and say...
I understand. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the I don't know where exactly, but if I can't retrieve the... So, maybe you could go and look for the carts? There should be 5 of them in total. If you can find them all and tell me where they are, I'll sign the contract right away. Oh, yes, of course. I mean, I do hope...
That's that, then. Well... Don't hit me!
As you wish, sweet Twilight.
Come, sever night from day. Let Paimon see.
I'll buy some at the fry pan.
That's it, all right. That guy said there were 5 carts in total, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor... Here, we've made a note of the cart's locations. All 5 of them.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both.
Done and dusted. Yeah! Paimon's got a knack for this business malarkey, don't you think? Now for the final stop on our Corlapis crop.
Nice and spicy.
No end to this.
By royal decree.
You're open. You're open.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Just who I was hoping to see. I was just thinking to myself, you wouldn't know any...
Oh, don't worry.
Oh? What happened, huh? But I don't care who you are.
No need. We'll take it at the mark.
You mean you're not trying to... I can't believe it. But Gentry mount-sized thugs could still come back after I've sold...
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother you
Huh. Oh, but tell me.
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Thank you. Thank you a million times over.
Good people always get what's coming. Anyway, let's get going, because...
Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be complete.
You better believe it. We're the ones.
Well, naturally, I use the time to immerse myself completely in divine halberd and ominous soul. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes. How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such work.
And this is related to Gentry Melts.
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation. It was rather good. Thanks. I only hope that as our plan reaches its denouement...
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get... So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic showdown thing that's supposed to happen?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for core lapis all over Liyue Harbor. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. He hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Panic turns... Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution...
So it was you! You would...
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis before I realized core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up.
We are not persecuting you, but protecting another, one to whom I am indebted. Upon witnessing an injustice, was it not one of your own men who said...
You clearly don't know what's good for you. Master, if you please.
Body and mind. Time to act.
Can't run from death. Impressive. You are no commoners.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish the...
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business?
What are you saying? Master...
Then figure it out by your...
Don't go. Wait.
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you...
Thanks to this valiant young man?
My lord?
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun...
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan, and second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild manager.
Rats! I've been...
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their...
You meddling swine!
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire. 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to...
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not? On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business, and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny-speaking, book-reading guru. So that massive stash of more...
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic 2 birds, once... Very droll. My family can always tell me from my handwriting. It's certainly one of my distinguished...
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhu. Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like... Paimon's toast! And sorry, very sorry! Please don't hurt Paimon!
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill!
Jokes aside, I have the 2 of you to thank for this successful resolution. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the Ninth for me. I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The two of you, meanwhile, though strangers to the circumstances, to have made such valiant and—
My lord, forgive the intrusion.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions, and earn me a few—
For all your clever long words, the fact—
What if I—
A reward?
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now.
Finally, you're back. This morning, the pawnbroker— I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please don't say that. You have no idea. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains—
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing?
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan?
Actually, the art is centuries old, and was once held in high esteem. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide, didn't you? It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity. My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned. What?
What was that? Paimon saw something.
Oh, no, that little rascal surely isn't.
Bueno, este es el final de esta parte de la historia. En realidad traté de no hablar para que solamente se grabara el juego como tal. Muchas gracias por quedarse hasta el final del video y no olviden suscribirse. Nos vemos en el siguiente video. Hasta luego. Adiós.
でもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっと